out their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lisa 24.
Now Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Jaguars at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, Lion!
On first down, right back to ETN. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Derailing that play from the start was Christian Harris. He got back there and stuck him for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
All right, let's go.
Here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
It's now 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, son. Go. Let's go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Christian Kirk deep to return it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, King. What's that?
Throwing now is Stroud. And that will get the off target and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Those let's get back to the huddle and make sure they're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the 1st down.
7-7, our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Marks now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
All right.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
18. That's it.
Here's Stroud. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
18. That's it.
Stroud working out of the gun. Got his man, Dell. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Eckler will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power and scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, change attack. 11, Agate.
Lawrence will throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw taken in by Long. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route.
Straight ahead, ETN. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They didn't want to crash into the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
All right, let's go. Soka. Hey, I'm gun.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's go.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Lawrence going to move him around a bit. A handoff for ETN. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
These are 24. Turn. This one's hot.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
18. What's that?
Stroud to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kern. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Two yards still to go, 3rd down now.
How's that? 18. What's that?
Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Houston.
18. What's that?
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Tony.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Go. Over. 18. Let's go.
Following the penalty, Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. Open man is Collins. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and goal, Houston.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Back to throw. Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
That's it. South.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd.
In motion right, that's Collins. 3rd and goal, Stroud. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Jaguars 7. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slip if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Red on red. Done.
Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
24. Hey, Ginger, hot. Hot.
Now Lawrence. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 37-yard line.
Motion. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, go, go. Hey, tomato, tomato. Sink right. 30 left.
Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Kirk now, the return man. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll shift things around. A shotgun snap to give the ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Lawrence to throw. And it's caught. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Go, go.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. It's Myers again with another catch. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Jaguars.
Now Lawrence changing the play. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Hunter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
ETN up the middle. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he is caught. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rip, 20.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
On red. It's on. Go. 30 left.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
37-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And the Texans, first down. A gain of 21 yards. And the Texans, first down.
Throwing now is Stroud. Pass incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The throwing again is Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. Outside.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, ready. 18.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 18. South.
Stroud looking to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Open man right side, Myers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
It's Mixon on the counter. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it and not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And when you present 5 wide receivers in a pattern, that asks a lot of your offensive line, because sometimes they'll actually bring a little extra pressure towards the quarterback. They've got to protect, and the ball has to come out fast as well. That one was knocked away.
Here's a give to Etienne. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Go. 11, add it.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.